Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Angst, but you can call me Katie. Today we're doing a Q&A because it's 5 a.m. on June 9th, also known as my birthday. If it's also your birthday, happy birthday! So, I just finished recording all of the questions for this Q&A, and I pulled some aside for a later Q&A because they were all relationship based, and I wanted to maybe do those with the boyfriend. We'll see. But if I'm not mistaken, we have about 40 questions total for this video. So let's get started.
No, damn it. How about me? Oh fuck!
He's so cute.
Batman's the most safe person.
Why do you upload 10 plus videos a week? Not that I hate any of them, I'm a fan of your stuff, it's awesome, just wondering. Well thanks, it's always nice to hear that somebody is a fan of what I make and that they find it pretty cool. Definitely keep letting me know stuff like that, that's something huge for content creators. We never really know what's good unless you tell us. As far as why I upload 10 plus a week, currently I'm doing 13, I have 3 bonus videos, but I may not always do that. I upload that many because I want to. I originally did, gosh, I don't know, I think I started with 5, but I climbed very quickly to 14 a week. And unfortunately, when you make 14 individual, very unique videos a week, you kind of don't have a social life. And I started this relationship and realized that I wanted time for that. And I wanted to be able to dedicate adequate time to my channel and my relationship and household chores and family, and the best way to do that was to sacrifice 4 videos a week. Now right now with those 3 bonus things, they don't require much effort. They're little highlights, they're little bits, they're cute. If you like Overwatch, you probably like those. It's an interesting insight into how I play, but I may not do that forever. I think they're cute. By no means am I relying on them for views or monetary gain, but I like posting this much. I'm a gamer, I'm a news source, I'm a life advice source, and those last 2, politics and helping out people, those are very close to me because political news sources aren't reliable. In fact, most news sources, they're not reliable. And I kind of wanted to be that voice of reason who goes, no, these are the facts, this is the situation as we know it, here's all of the information you need, make your own opinion based on that. I don't like biased media, so I try not to create biased media. I create honest media. I will completely give you all of the information, no filter, so that you can see it for yourself. And as far as Thursday content, which is very close to my heart, one of my friends told me that I should start doing that because I was the mom figure of my friend group. And I kind of ran with it. I started making a list of all the things I could give advice on, and I've been going through that list like crazy, just making content, and I'm hoping that even one video helps somebody, because it's all you can ask for. Do you monetize your videos? Yes, I do monetize my videos, however, I don't have any additional ads placed in my videos. So if there's only one at the beginning and one at the end, and it's a pretty long video, and normally somebody would have one in the middle, that's not my thing. I'm not adding any. If I do add any, it's going to be because any monetary gain from it is going to a charity, or it's a live stream that I'm doing for a charity. I don't feel like I should be forcing us to sit through these ridiculously long ads that YouTube is shoving in our faces just to make some money. And the only reason I have it monetized is in hopes that one day my channel can fund itself, if that makes sense. I want my time to be worth something when I'm doing the research for the Tuesday videos. I want my time to be worth something when I'm putting my heart into these Thursday videos trying to help people. And I want my games to maybe be partially paid for, because some of these I don't necessarily get for me. I get them for the channel. And sure, I'll get free games from people who want me to review them, but that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily enjoying the game. At the end of the day, yes, I want to enjoy the game, but it'd be great if my channel could pay for it through monetization. There's also that nifty thing called Patreon, where you could, you know, drop me a few bucks so I can afford these ridiculous games on the budget of a college student. But I never want to ask for money. I just mildly monetize. What are your goals for your channel? Well, kind of like what I just said in the monetization part, I want my channel to fund itself. That's my goal. It would be phenomenal and amazing if I could make a career out of this YouTube thing. But ultimately, I want to have a solid 10 video a week upload rate. I want to have subscribers who are learning and being educated from my Tuesday and Thursday content and being entertained by the rest of it. And I want my channel to just be a nice place to come learn and have fun, you know? And in the same breath that it could maybe fund itself. Because gaming is expensive, and I dump a lot of my personal time into this channel. And I love it, I do, I absolutely do. Have you ever uploaded the wrong video? Not necessarily. I have had a few times where I've misnamed my files, so the games will be out of order. Or I've accidentally double uploaded a game. I did that with Escapist. I felt so bad. But I've never really uploaded the wrong video. It's always been at least within the same, you know, genre or the same game, just one off from where I meant to be. And I usually catch it. I'll be typing up the description thing and I'll see the thumbnail suggestion and I'm like, I've seen that piece of gameplay before. So I'll go and I'll track down that file and I'll match up the times, and sure as shit I've already posted it, so I'll cancel it real quick and get the next one. But, you know, that's what happens. People make mistakes. We're not perfect, and my OCD style organization sometimes fails. How do you choose your topics for Tuesday and Thursday? Well, for Tuesday, since it's Taboo Tuesday and it's usually politics, I try to keep an eye on what's going on in the real world. So, terrorism, political, natural disasters, weird fucking BuzzFeed news articles that are absolutely lies. You know, I try to stay current with that. And yeah, sometimes an event will happen on Wednesday and I won't get to it like the next Tuesday. Sorry, I won't get to it till the next Tuesday. I'm dyslexic. So I try to stay current on Tuesdays, and it's almost always politics or terrorism because this world is awful and that's what it is. But it's what are you gonna do, you know? But for Thursdays, I have this long growing list actually of just a bunch of topics, and I keep adding to it, and I'm not helping myself out because I'm never gonna get to the bottom of this list. But it's just things that I wish I knew when I were a teenager and growing into a young adult. Just things, period stuff, life advice, dating tips, travel tips, you know, all that garbage. And sometimes I go off the rocker and I see a lot about, say, domestic violence and abuse, like I did this past week. So I make 2 videos trying to, you know, do my part, and if I can do my part and somebody gets something out of it, then I've done what I set out to succeed doing, and that's how I pick topics. I just want it to be beneficial to people. What are some opportunities that you've gotten because of YouTube? Well, I've made amazing friends all across the states and into Canada, and hopefully I'll make more across the world. That'd be cool. I have talked to developers and received a couple games. I've made lots of weird internet friends that I've never expected to make, who, yeah, maybe I don't game with, but we bounce ideas off of each other. I've researched, and I've found ways to research that are better than what I did in high school, so I'm gaining information quickly and I'm gaining it more accurately, and I'm learning things while I'm teaching other people. And I've, you know, maybe it's not necessarily an opportunity, but I've made a difference through advice videos, through educating people And that's kind of neat. That's always nice to know that you've made an impact. And sure, it's not an opportunity, but it's what I set out to do, so I see it as one. How did it feel to make your first video? Oh boy. Well, to you guys, I have 304 videos currently uploaded, and what I see is that I have 325 uploaded. Now, my first video is not actually the GeoGuessr number 6, Spain is totally Mexico. I made videos a few years ago with my face in them, and I deleted them probably a year ago. I think I was 16 doing life advice from Twitter suggestions. It was kind of cute. I sat in my bedroom with my laptop, and I took my webcam and I recorded these, and it was very specific situations that people had asked me about. So it was all anonymous. It was kind of cool. And I made these direct life advice tip things and what you should do, and it was really cute. And that turned into my Thinking Thursday thing. That's a lot of TH sounds, sorry. But those were my first videos, and I was really nervous, and I actually sat in front of the camera, and I don't do that here, but making my first videos on this channel now, as of December 2016, when I restarted, I was more nervous. Maybe because I put a plan in place, and I had this big computer, and I was ready to go, and I really wanted it to succeed. I was just so nervous, but the more that I did the videos, the better I felt. So I have a bunch of GeoGuessr, and then I start playing golf with your friends, and I do a game feature, and eventually I start branching out into more games, and I'm like, maybe I want to do that weird Taboo Tuesday thing that I wrote down, and maybe I want to do life advice. So I started doing those right in the beginning of the new year, and I did horror games, and I don't know, I was so nervous, but it was so much fun. Do you have a favorite video or a favorite series that you've uploaded? Oh, man. Well, it's no secret that Taboo Tuesday and Thinking Thursday are very close to my heart. Those are two of the first topics that I tossed around when I was creating my channel. But aside from those, I would have to say that I was a big fan of Among the Sleep, and I played out the whole game. I think I got sick somewhere in the middle, so I had to postpone the last couple episodes, but it was killing me not recording it. I absolutely love horror games. That's totally in my blood. Everything horror. I've seen more horror movies than I care to admit, and I've had more nightmares because of them than I probably should. But favorite specific video? I don't know if I have one. We'd have to go digging, and I could probably tell you, so I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Okay, so I've done some digging. My Taboo Tuesday, number 5 and number 6. Number 5 is Response to Tana Mojo, the N-word. And number 6 was Response Everything Wrong with Cal Exit. Now, I really liked these. I wasn't very good at making videos yet with putting things in the background and having a different, video strip, so they're not the greatest, and I should really go back and fix them and be like, Throwback Thursday upload or some crap, but I spent a lot of time on those, and you can kind of tell because the Tana one is over half an hour, and the Cal Exit one is just over 12 minutes. And being that I was born in California, I was like, fuck no, California, what's your problem? And I just went for it, and I love how you can see the depth and the feeling that I put into this video, even though it's so poorly made, and I'm sorry that it's poorly made. I think I uploaded those, January 29th and 30th, to be published on the 30th and 31st. They were pretty rough, so if you've been sticking with me and you watched those, props to you. What made you want to start doing YouTube videos? Well, it's no secret, like I've said in the past, I originally started out a few years ago. I made life advice videos for specific situations, and that was kind of what fueled me. I wanted to help people, and while I do often say that I hate people, I'm kind of a sucker. I want to help people who need it. So that was why I started then, but now I really wanted to prove that girl gamers were more than just boobs on a webcam wearing a bathing suit, you know? That we're right up there with the guys. That we are a majority of gamers, because women are. And I got sick of hearing, oh, you're a girl gamer? I guess you need help. I guess you can't do that on your own. And I just wanted to prove that wrong. I hated hearing that. I hated being told that I needed a handout because I was a girl, or that they would try to give me special treatment because I was a girl. And I always told them no, because I wanted to do things on my own. I wanted to pave my own path. And I was very stubborn about that. I was always appreciative of the offer, but I wanted to do it on my own, much like this channel. And at the end of the day, I guess what made me start doing YouTube videos now is I wanted to prove people wrong when it comes to chick gamers. I wanted to have fun and make videos while doing it. I wanted to make friends who want to make videos and have fun while doing it. And I wanted to help and educate people. It's no secret that editing takes tons of time. Do you do anything while you're waiting? Well, once I get things through Premiere and I've cropped out what I don't want, I've fixed the audio, I've slapped in background music, my intro, my outro, if I use my intro, I don't always. Once I've done all of that and it's sitting in that weird exporting mode, rendering, honestly, I either sit here at my computer and I listen to music and I write a script for next week's Tuesday and Thursday videos, or I'm laying on my bed poking at Twitter, watching Netflix, keeping an eye on my monitor to see when my video's done so that I can schedule the upload. I'm pretty boring. I don't do anything fun. Sometimes I go eat while I have things exporting. That's fun. Food is fun. But I don't know, some people say that they start recording more and I'm like, I only have 8 gigs of RAM. I don't know about that. Maybe once I upload, you know, all my shit, I can start a new game. But I just take things one step at a time, let my computer finish it, and then I move on to the next project. What do you do before you start recording, and what times do you record? Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, an interesting pair. Before I start recording, I often sing a lot. I used to do choir, so singing's kind of my thing. And no, I'm not gonna upload videos of me singing. That would be embarrassing to me. But I usually sing to get my voice warmed up. Even if I've been, you know, talking all day, I just want to be sure that I'm good to go however long my recording session could be. Because when I'm recording with my guy buddies, it's on the upwards of 3 and 4 hours. We've gone for 6 before. And I can kind of feel it when I'm not warmed up. What else do I do before I start recording? I usually look over what I need for the week. I've got this dry erase board that I occasionally tweet pictures of, and it has my schedule on it for 10 weeks at a time. So I'll look through that and I'll be like, oh, poop, I need to record a Tuesday video. I need to post this. Why isn't this uploaded yet, you know? As far as times when I record, currently it's 3:45 in the morning on June 9th. I'm a bad YouTuber. I don't pre-record very often, but when I do, I binge record. As far as times, I and another YouTuber live together, so we have split our schedule. She takes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I take Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we kind of share Tuesday. Now, she doesn't usually do anything in the later evening, like after dinner, so if I need to record, I can actually just go record. And if she needs to use one of my days, all she has to do is let me know. Or if it's something where we're not using a shared game on Steam, she can just go for it. And as long as we communicate, it works out fine. But I really seem to prefer recording after like 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on up to apparently 4 in the morning. I usually aim for mid-afternoon, somewhere between 1 and 4 p.m. Even though I have a front room on this house, and sure, I hear delivery cars, but you guys put up with it pretty well. yeah, I kind of just record whenever. I don't have a set schedule for work or anything. I'm a student. I will eventually be getting a part-time job here coming up, and that'll change things, and that might even cut down videos that I'm doing. But we'll see how that goes. Don't get freaked out. As a PC gamer, how many games do you have on your phone? Ooh, on my phone? Let's find out. Let me grab Frederick. My phone's name is Frederick, in case you were wondering. My PC's name is Alfred, because I am the Batman, and Alfred is Batman. You get where. I'll go home. On my phone. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 games on my phone. I have a cousin who is in early elementary school, and I've got like Angry Birds and weird card games and like Carbon Warfare and Plague Inc. He likes games, so I just kind of stock up my phone. I think I have a racing game on there for him, but it never hurts to have something to entertain yourself with, especially when you're a gamer and you're away from your beautiful gaming machine. But yeah, 10 games. I probably only play 3 of them, if that's, what you're looking for. You post a lot of good advice videos, and I appreciate them, but when you need advice, who do you go to? Well, thank you. I'm glad that my content is being enjoyed and possibly helping somebody. When I need advice, I generally go to my mother, which a lot of people wouldn't do. My mother and I kind of have a unique relationship. Since I was 15 or 16, our relationship kind of changed. We started becoming friends more than like mother-daughter or kid and parent, and we've always had a very transparent relationship. I can ask her anything, I'll tell her anything. We don't really have any major secrets. I mean, not that I know of, but we're pretty close. And it's kind of nice knowing that your mom is also your best friend. Because who's better to turn to than somebody older and wiser? Mom, I'm not calling you old. If you're watching this, you are beautiful and young and oh so pretty. But it's nice to have her to turn to when I'm confused and I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because let's face it, 21 and 22 doesn't mean you know what you're doing. In reality, you have no clue what you're doing. And she will probably say the same thing if I asked her, how reliable were you when you were 21 and 22? And did you know exactly everything in the world? And she'd be like, nah, dude, I was kind of winging it. But it's nice. She's who I turn to most of the time. When in doubt, I have online friends who, in weird situations, sometimes I go to them. Like if it's not as personal, maybe I'll ask them. But my mom, she's who I go to. Did you show anyone your first video before you upload it? No, actually, I haven't shown anybody a video before I've uploaded it. I just kind of go for it. I'm very much the because fuck it, why not type. I don't know, I've had that phrase for years, and I'm not too crazy, so it's never failed me. But no, I've never shown anybody a video before I uploaded it. I've run a few scripts by people just to see if they think it's good or if I'm missing something, because I always want to have all of the information or the best advice possible, and I'm not ashamed to say that sometimes you need a second opinion even in situations like this. I don't know everything. Sometimes Google helps me, sometimes my friends help me, sometimes their lives help me, but I always make it a point to give credit where credit is due. And I believe I've said that my boyfriend has given me a few tips in videos, and I've had a couple friends help tweak scripts, and I always appreciate that. But I've never shown a video before uploading. Do your friends and family know about your channel? Well, my parents both do. I believe my grandparents do. I think my aunt does. Some of my friends do. I don't publicly display my channel itself on my Facebook, but I think I say that I make YouTube videos as like a career or something, because it's work, man. It may not be a job because it doesn't exactly pay, but I think the ones who matter know, and I'm always very open to tell people, I make YouTube content. It's really cool, apparently. I get asked all kinds of questions when I bring it up. It's a conversation starter, but I would say most of my friends and family know that I have a channel. I don't know how many of them watch it. I've had a few friends say that they've watched a couple videos here and there, and I'm pretty sure my boyfriend watches as well, but I don't know how much he watches, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes and pokes at this. How many hours a week do you spend filming and editing? Oh boy. Well, I usually spend about 4 hours on a given Tuesday if I'm recording with my friends. I put usually a solid 40 minutes of recording into a Tuesday or Thursday video, just for reference. A gaming video, add on about 10 minutes of what you actually see, just because I have to think and process things. And then editing is usually, oh man, it kind of varies though. I don't know, editing, I would say overall during a week, I probably do no less than 7 hours of. And then, probably about half an hour, 15 minutes to half an hour for a video's description and tags and getting it fully ready to go and uploaded but scheduled and all that shit. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes I have to create new tags, sometimes I'm just pulling tags and I'm doing a bunch all at once. So it could be 15 to 30 minutes for 2 videos, it could be 15 to 30 minutes for 5 videos, 7 videos, you know. But it takes a lot of time. I put probably a full-time job into this channel. I found ways to cut corners so that I'm not necessarily costing myself that time without doing other things. Like, I can read up on an event and do the dishes, and then I can create my Tuesday video. You know, I can write that script while I'm hanging out with my family. But it can be very time-consuming on any given week. When you first started, how did you get the word out that you were making videos? Did you just upload and hope for the best, or did you connect with fellow YouTubers? Well, with my first few videos, I just kind of uploaded and I had them tweeting out. I had created a Twitter, and I think I had around 2,000 followers and 2,000 people that I followed, like, mutually. But I gained that from being in a military relationship, which ended with abuse and, you know, not fun stuff. We can talk about that another time. So I had all of these followers that I had gained back then, and I went, well, you know, I've got to take a risk. I could lose some of them by posting this content, or I could gain a bunch of people, maybe it'll offset any loss that I don't see, and I kind of went for it. But I did early on start getting friends online. I sought out Milkman, Strike Jaguar, Who You Hookin' At, and Sandfence. I kind of sought them out to play with, specifically Milkman because he already knew the other guys and it was sort of a convenient, we fell in line together. But I went hunting for people to record with because it was just me and Sadie. You know, we're pretty good friends, and we'd been playing for her channel, and I finally got my machine done, and we were 6 videos into the GeoGuessr stuff, which we should really get back to. It was a fun game. But I sort of just uploaded and hoped for the best, and that's been my way of thinking for quite a while now. And yeah, there are probably things I could do better, and I'm open to suggestions, but it's been working. I just upload, post to Twitter, get some retweet things to retweet me. Hopefully one day somebody will see me and want to collab. Who did you vote for in the 2016 election, and who did you want to win if your candidate did not? I'm pretty sure I've been open about this. I voted for Gary Johnson, fully knowing that it was probably the longest shot ever that a libertarian candidate would win, especially right now. So I was completely fine knowing that Trump was probably going to win. Everybody I knew was voting for Trump instead of Gary Johnson, but I just wanted to stick to my guns on that one. But I completely supported the whole Trump thing. I know there's been weird controversy and bullshit, but you know what? Every candidate has that, and you know, you gotta get over it. What do you think of Hillary Clinton? Now, I know I said that every candidate has their controversy, but Hillary Clinton, I don't know, I think she's a criminal. I think she's a disgusting person on moral levels. She's hateful. She's manipulative and a liar. I can't trust her as far as I can throw her. Now, I would never wish ill upon her, but I'm glad she's not the President of the United States, and I sincerely hope she doesn't dare run again, because it would be horrible to have her in the White House, in my personal opinion. Do you support Trump? Well, as far as when he was running for office, I kept an eye on everybody's campaign. Everybody, including Bernie, who just kind of fizzled. But Trump specifically, I was completely set with knowing that he was probably going to win. I stuck with Johnson, as I said, but I have no issue with Trump. I just hope that his mouth doesn't get the better of him while he's in office, because that could be a little bit rough. How at 13 were you sure you were a libertarian? So I wasn't necessarily sure that I was a libertarian because I didn't know the term, but I realized later on that these beliefs that I had had and these opinions that I had regarding politics and just life in general, I fell in line with a libertarian view very easily. So it just kind of fit in the end that that would be my political party. I've been a registered libertarian since a couple months after I turned 18. I voted as one. I am proudly and openly one. I don't know. I just kind of knew, but that's that. What is your favorite program? Well, you could be asking me about editing, recording, a game, or even a television show, actually. Oh man, that's a tough one. Well, when it comes to editing or recording, I would have to say that my favorite program is called Voicemeeter. It's what I use to make my Yeti sound a little bit better. I get a nice warmer audio, and sure, it's not always perfect, and sometimes I have to rehook the mic or my audio is fried, but it's been great, and it really helps me fix the Yeti, but I probably do need a better program down the line. I don't know. It certainly made it easier to transition from my headset to a proper microphone, and that was huge for me on this channel. When it comes to gaming, you can't ask me that, you know? You can't be like, what's your favorite game to a gamer? Because there's so many. We have our favorite nostalgic game, which for me is MapleStory, before it merged and Nova and Belocan became the same server. Before that, because that's when the world went to shit. But I digress on that subject. I could talk for an hour about that. And you have your favorite modern game, which for me is probably currently Overwatch. Since it's just a year old, it's still pretty on the ball. And then you have your favorite stupid game that you probably shouldn't play, because it's really crappy, which is Blockade 3D, and that is no secret, because I have what must be coming up on 700 hours on this game. I have no idea. But, I don't know, games hold a special place in your heart for different reasons. What do you think of makeup? Oh, I have an interesting view on makeup, apparently. I don't really like it. I think that as a whole, people overuse it. Makeup shouldn't be used to create a new face. It should be used to hide what should not be on your face, like acne, or a sunburn even. Though you're really not supposed to put it on a sunburn, but I'm not your mother. Makeup should be used to enhance what you have. Like, I can see using a little bit of mascara, or maybe a little bit of eyeliner to make your eyes stand out more. But I don't like when people, like, full-on paint their face. I don't cover my entire face in foundation. Granted, I have, like, slight rosacea, and I live in hell, so I'm always pink. But I don't know, I only cover my trouble spots. I cover my hag bags, which, if you're not familiar with my term of hag bags, those are the bags under your eyes that are not the color of the rest of your skin, because you didn't sleep in high school. And I don't know, I think makeup's overused. I can appreciate it when I need it, like when my period comes and my acne gets really gross and I feel like butt and my boyfriend doesn't see it, but I know the acne's there. Yeah, that's what makeup is for. Hiding things that shouldn't be there and making things stand out that should be there. Like eyelashes, because eyelashes are pretty. What is the most overrated tourist attraction? Okay, real talk, and I'm gonna get judged for this, especially living here. I think the Grand Canyon is an overrated tourist attraction. It's pretty, but I don't think it needs to be a wonder of the world. It's also hell here. It's hot a lot of the time, like 9 months out of the year it's actually summer. And I'm currently even melting, because, you know, Arizona is fucking hell. But people think the Grand Canyon is great and they come from miles and miles to see it. Good for you. I don't see it. You know, I don't appreciate it as much, I guess. I totally get the Great Wall of China and waterfalls and geysers. Those make sense to me. Those are pretty damn cool. But the Grand Canyon? Okay, it's an interesting choice. I think it's overrated. What is your favorite story that your parents told you? I'm not sure if you mean like family stories or storybook stories, but my mom has all of these amazing stories about when I was a kid, the things that I would do, the trouble I got into, and it always turned out that I wasn't really at fault. Like, I'll share a couple with you. I was in kindergarten, and I had this friend who was a grade behind me, and we went on the playground for recess, and there was this boy, I think he was in 3rd or 4th grade, and we were on the swings, and he told her to get off, and he called her a kindergarten baby, and I remembered that, clearly, as I do today. So I told her, let's go play on the jungle gym, you know, trying to diffuse the situation and avoid her feeling hurt. So we go over and we're on the jungle gym, and he barrels through, and he's like, move, I want to go down the slide. And then he starts making fun of her because she has red hair and freckles. So me, in all of my brilliant, barely old enough to be in kindergarten wisdom, pushes him backward down the slide. And we're sitting in the principal's office. And I don't remember this, but my mom says that they were basically just blaming me, and nobody was asking me what happened. They were just trusting what the boy said. And then when my mother gets there, I remember her asking me what actually happened, what I saw, what went down, and I told my mom, you know, he was being a wiener. So everyone kind of looks at the boy, and they're like, really? And while I was definitely in trouble, I was defending my friend, and I always did things like that. That was kind of my thing. I was the youngest of my class almost every year, but I stuck up for all of my friends, because loyalty. And my mom has tons of stories like that. I used to do silly things as a kid, most of them like that. And I would get in trouble, and it would always be, Katie, what really happened? And I would just be like, yes, come to my circle, allow me to tell you a story. But that's probably my favorite one. Just because I'm a little bit of a kick-ass baby hero. What is one thing that many people don't know about you? Oh boy, we could have honesty hour here, you guys. Let's see. Okay. My senior year of high school, I was class of 2013, graduated May 23rd. I had decided long in advance I didn't want to walk on graduation day, or night, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I decided firmly I didn't want to walk. My legal name is a mess to pronounce. Every bit of my name. First, middle, last. All of it. It's awful. Not that I don't appreciate the name and the heritage of it, because no, Katie is not my legal name. It's just what I've gone by as far as I can remember, because my great-grandfather called me that when I was an infant. But anyway. 17-year-old me didn't want to walk on graduation. But 17-year-old me also had a psychologist teaching her math class. Well, this teacher was an awful teacher, and I told her straight up, I'm not learning the way that you're teaching, and I don't know how to fix this. And she basically said, that sucks. That's all she can do, you know? So I decided in late January that I was going to screw off that whole math class for the rest of the year. I believe I ended the year with something like a 13%. No, I'm not kidding. I had a super F in this math class. And I realized, oh yeah, I kind of need that credit to graduate. And I realized that a couple months before graduation. It wasn't like last minute. So I made a deal with my counselor that I would take a 6-week math course, and hello Skype, and I would get my diploma, and my diploma would say the same thing as everybody else, but I would actually graduate closer to July 4th. And I decided to take a business and statistics math class online, and it was the easiest goddamn thing I'd ever done. But my diploma says that I graduated May 23rd, 2013. Or 24th, I don't remember. It's been a while, leave me alone. So that's something not a lot of people know about me. Technically, I failed my senior year because of a math class, with a 13%, because I am an asshole. But, you know, stick to your guns, but stay in school and do your schoolwork. What is your favorite color? I love teal. Sorry, let's just get that out there, guys. I love teal. It's all over my channel. I love teal. Teal's a good color. My second up is probably maroon. I really like those deep reds. And then black. Lots and lots of black. Because you can never go wrong with black. What is your favorite holiday? Ooh, Halloween. Oh, I love Halloween. If we had like 2 Halloweens a year, oh, heaven on earth. I don't know. I love horror movies. I love seeing kids dressed up because it's always cute to see them pick their own shit and they look adorable. I love, you know, just haunted houses and the decoration. Oh, the decoration. We have a designated box in our garage, like a bin box thing for Halloween. Oh, I love it. That's like life goals for me when I'm, you know, on my own fully. Oh, Halloween. Yes. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? I have not gotten a speeding ticket. I'm not really big on speeding, and you know, I didn't really do much driving until the past couple years. I wasn't really a fan. I have my own personal reasons for that, but no, I've never had a speeding ticket. I don't imagine that I would ever get one, though my car really likes to climb from 45 to 50, and she likes to sneak up to 80 if you're doing like 70. Yeah, she'll just be doing 80 out of nowhere. That's her thing. But no, I don't think I'd ever get one because I knock her out of doing that. And I'm pretty cautious. Arizona drivers all speed, at least, you know, where I am in the major zone. What do they call it? Like the Phoenix Basin or something? I don't know. Yeah, people are shitty drivers here, so don't speed. It's a good way to avoid accidents. When was your last life and death experience? Oh, I actually tweeted about this. It was only a couple days ago. I was going down a road at 45 miles per hour, and I was in the left lane. There were 2 lanes that turned into one, and I was on the left, and this guy was going into a turn lane on the right. And I was sort of back behind him at an angle. There was this Jeep on the road where he was turning onto. And this Jeep, I thought, saw me. And in my head, I'm like, see me, dude. See me. Well, this Jeep decides to go for it because he's making a left out of there, which means he has to cross the street where I am, right in front of me. And I don't even know why he did this. He stomps on his brakes right in front of me. And I've taken off from the gas. I'm not on the gas anymore. I'm down to probably 40. I slam on the brakes so hard. And my mother, who was in the car with me, later told me, she's like, yeah, in my head, there was like an 80% chance we weren't going to stop. We were probably going to tap him. Just like, yeah, if you didn't brake sooner, or, you know, you didn't brake at all, you probably would have hit him. And I'm like, great, let's not total my car. But this fucking Jeep, man. This little, older, whitish, beige fucking piece of shit Jeep. I'm talking crap because he did something to me. I don't hate Jeeps. Jeeps are great off-road vehicles, but this guy, I'm never gonna let it go. There's also this car, it's teal and it has 2 grayish silver stripes on it. This guy has done me wrong and been up my butthole, not literally, but my figurative car butthole. Because you're probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? When I look at my rear view and I can't see your entire front end, I say that you are in my butthole. Welcome to my ass. What are you doing? Like, that's what I say. And this guy, much like the Jeep, was just being stupid and mean. So both of these cars now, I will never let them live it down. If I see them, I give them dirty looks, and I'm always like, there's that motherfucker. And I don't, like, have a problem forgiving people, but I never forget a car who's done me wrong. And this Jeep is no exception. Fucking stops right in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he gets on it so hard, he peels out, and I'm just, oh god. You know, edge out before you go all the way. I would rather have to lightly swerve than have to stomp on my brakes. You know, just with caution, people, with caution. Do you have any legitimate fears? Actually, yeah, I do. I'm not, like, deathly afraid, but I really have a fear of spiders. I'll kill them and everything, but I hate spiders. They freak me out. They give me the heebie-jeebies, goosebumps, whatever you want to call it. They freak me the fuck out, and I don't like them, and I live in hell where there are a lot of them. Hell is Arizona, for those of you who are not familiar with Katie's Urban Dictionary. But, spiders are gross and they're wrong, and I don't like playing games that have spiders in them, so don't suggest them. I don't want to be afraid for a year. But, oh god, spiders and the dark. I'm kind of like, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of what could be in the dark. Which a lot of people are like, that doesn't make sense, there's nothing there. Well, you can't prove that. You know, there could be things hiding. And I've slept with a nightlight the entire 10 years that I have lived in Arizona. Not because I think something's there, but because I don't want something to be there, and I feel like maybe the nightlight will scare it away. That makes no sense, but you know what? It's my logic, and it worked 10 years ago. And I've been good ever since, knock on wood. What do you do if you can't sleep at night? I usually get on Twitter. That's no secret. Or apparently I record videos because it is now 4:11 in the morning. I don't know what order I'm recording these questions in, so you might have one later that's like, it's 3:45. But yeah, I've been going for a while. I record videos when I can't sleep, I watch Netflix when I can't sleep. I just realized I have to be up in 4 hours and I can't sleep, you know. I'll pretty much do anything if I can't sleep. Sometimes I go downstairs and I hang out with my dog, because she's a cute Doberman, and sometimes she likes attention. And she's kind of funny in the morning when she's really tired, because she's all lovey-dovey and just wants attention, and I'm all about that. But, yeah, you know, I'll do anything. I don't really have limits. I don't want to leave the house, because inevitably I'm too tired for that. Like, I have limits. You know, I can't sleep, but I'm too tired for that. That's me. Cake or pie? Can't we just have both? Like, can I have some cake and some pie? I like that. Food, you know? Okay. I don't know. I like cake because cake is, everybody hates this word, cake is moist and delicious, but I also like pie because it gives you the illusion of eating fruit and being moderately healthy, because, you know, fruit pies, no? Okay. I'll fuck up a raspberry pie or a blackberry pie like nobody's business. I love that. And as far as cake, like, I'm such a weirdo apparently. I really like strawberry. I have a problem when it's double chocolate, And I have a problem when it's strawberry with chocolate frosting. Oh, dude, yes. No? Okay. Carrot cake is good. What else is good? Ooh, pumpkin pie is good. We're just gonna get on a rant of, like, Katie's favorite dessert foods. Let's save that for, like, another Q&A. What is your favorite font? I'm such an asshole, apparently. I like Comic Sans. Now, I wrote papers in Comic Sans because my teachers weren't allowed to dock us for not using Times New Roman, or Arial, or whatever the fuck. I love me some Comic Sans. If I ever get fan mail, I want it to be in Comic Sans, because why the fuck not? Like, it's pretty. Everyone's like, it's not okay, and that shouldn't even be a thing, and meh, it's not professional. I don't care. I like Comic Sans. I just do. It doesn't even need to be bold, just regular old Comic Sans. That's enough for me. What is your favorite hobby? I don't know if you can call it a hobby, but I like binging 90s TV shows. That sounds so stupid now that I say it. But no, for real, like, I binged, what was it? Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and Angel, and Friends, and God, I've binge-watched all kinds of shit. What's the show with the three sisters? Charmed. I'm currently binge-watching Party of Five, the one with the 5 orphan kids. Oh, God, I love 90s TV. It's problematic. Next up, I think I'm gonna go for, like, Dawson's Creek. Oh, yes. Give me all the 90s and early 2000s TV shows. Like, I've already binged Full House. That was the epitome. Buffy, Angel, and Full House. Oh, that's, like, the greatest pile of 90s television ever. Even if it edges into the 2000s, I don't give a shit. It's still started or was primarily during the 90s, and that's all that matters. I binge the shit out of 90s TV shows as a hobby. I will one day run out. Ooh, Will and Grace. I need to keep watching that one. I should stop. We'll talk about TV in a different Q&A. What is your least favorite beverage? I fucking hate Kahlua. I think it's so gross. Like, I don't really like rum, and I don't really like vodka, and I'm not really a big fan of, like, peach schnapps, you know, that kind of shit. But I fucking hate Kahlua. You can mix it with whatever you want to mix it with, but if I can taste Kahlua, or if I can smell it, or if I feel like maybe it's there, nope. I don't like it alone. I don't like it with milk. I don't like it iced. I don't like it in stuff. It's disgusting, and if it never existed, I wouldn't miss it. And I think it's supposed to be coffee liqueur, if I'm not mistaken. Yell at me if I am mistaken, feel free to. But if it's supposed to be coffee, that's disgusting, because I love me some damn coffee. Kahlua is gross. And that's that. That's my least favorite. It's not even worthy of being called a least favorite. I just effing hate it. What is your favorite movie? Okay, so I have a really weird favorite movie. Most people are like, oh my god, I love the Titanic. I love, the Vampire Diaries. No, that's not a movie. I don't care. But, okay, so my favorite movie is called A Royal Affair. It's a 2012 historical drama. I know, stick with me, it's actually really kind of good. Now, it's set in the 18th century. I know, stick with me, it's really fucking good. About the kind of mentally challenged Christian VIII of Denmark, and it sort of focuses on the romance between his wife, Caroline Matilda of Great Britain, the princess who he marries, and the dude, king guy's royal physician, Johann Friedrich Strauss. And it's so drama-filled, and I love it, and the fact that it actually happened, maybe not exactly that way, I just love it, and it's written from the point of her to her children, explaining, like, why she was sent away, and why she wasn't around for them, because she wasn't allowed to be. And it's just so amazing. And yes, it's in Danish, but there's probably an English version somewhere. I love it so much, and my Scandinavian heart binges the movie when I can find it. I just watch it over and over, and Netflix removed it, and I'm salty, Netflix. I'm salty about it, because I watched it so many times, and right in the middle of watching it, like, I went out somewhere, and I came back, and I wanted to finish it the next day, and it was removed from my list, and I couldn't search for it. But yeah, it's my favorite movie. A Royal Affair. It's from 2012, if you go to search for it. What is your favorite motto or saying? Well, I kind of have two. There's this Swedish guy, I believe he was a politician, I'm not sure what exactly. His name is Hammarskjöld. It's impossible to spell, like if you're not from there. It's Hammarskjöld. And I do my best to pronounce it based on the way that I've learned Swedish, but he's got these amazing quotes, and he was such a brilliant man. And there are two of them that I really liked. The first one is, your position never gives you the right to command. It only imposes on you the duty of so living your life that others can receive your orders without being humiliated. And I kind of fell in love with this quote when I was in JROTC, if you're familiar with that, because I was in the leadership program for it, and that kind of made me realize where I wanted to fall. And I don't know, I liked it. And then the other one, also his, do not seek death, death will find you, but seek the road which makes death a fulfillment. So just live your life and live your life to the fullest. Death will eventually come for you, but have a full life at every possible moment. That's kind of how I take it. Yeah, those are my favorite things. How and why did you choose your YouTube name? Well, my YouTube name came from my Twitter name, which is the same currently and hopefully the same forever. There's this movie, I believe it came out in 1989, it's called Heathers. Now, if you're familiar with the movie, you're probably going to know exactly where I'm going with this. There's a line in the movie that Veronica Sawyer says, and it's, "Dear Diary, my teen angst bullshit has a body count." Now, I made my Twitter in 2011, so I was like right in the middle of high school. And I was like, ooh, teen angst, that's very like now for me. So I went, what's an A word that goes really well with angst? And I kind of sat there thinking about it, and I went, ooh, angst attack. That has a nice flow to it, right? And so became my Twitter name. And I kept using it, and I've taken it up on as many platforms as possible. My gaming name is not Angst Attack all of the time. I think it is on Overwatch, but that's just so that it shows up as highlight Angst Attack as blah blah blah, because I think that looks really fucking cool. But yeah, I got it from a really fucking awesome 80s movie. I don't know, I think that's the coolest thing, but I'm also kind of a movie nerd. What is or are your favorite songs at the moment? Oh man, music is like the weight of my heart. Well, Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran covered by Madeline Bailey, that's definitely on the list. Issues by Julia Michaels covered by Tiffany Alvord, that's also on the list for sure. Capandestas did a cover of I Will Follow You Into the Dark by Death Cab for Cutie. It's amazing. As you can see, I'm definitely into covers. I'll see if I can find some that aren't covers. There's this kind of unheard artist called Dodie. She has a song, Sick of Losing Soulmates. It's amazing. And, you know, anything by Nickelback or Creed, because I'm apparently a little cretin and a shitlord, but I genuinely like their music, most of it anyway. So yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of into all kinds of stuff, and I can't pick a favorite. If you make me pick like my all-time favorite, it's Mayday Parade, Miserable at Best, because it starts off as Katie Don't Cry, and it's always been applicable to my life in so many situations, so it's my go-to favorite, if you want to, put it that way. So, saving 2 questions for the end, and this has been one of them. Who do you respect the most? Now, I sat here and I thought about it because I kept seeing this question while going through the list. And I thought to myself, there's nobody I respect more than my mother. But it wouldn't make sense why if I didn't tell you the story behind, why. So, my mother and my father were very young when they got pregnant with me. And they hadn't been together a super long time, but they'd known each other as friends for a while, like before their relationship, at least from what I've been told. And my dad turned 21 shortly after they found out my mom was pregnant. So they were pretty young, and I think my mom was 22. And my mom, as a child, had gone through a lot. That's her story, that's not my business to share, but she'd been through a lot. And she was told that she probably wouldn't be able to have kids, or she was under the impression, based on what she had been through, that she probably wouldn't be able to have kids. So my happening was kind of like, we need to have a conversation, this could be it, for her. And not only did they decide to keep me, but my mother, knowing this, kept me, and they raised me, and she did all of these things as a mother who's also an amputee, and it's adding on challenges. Being a parent like that, that can be hard for some people. And I'm sure she got plenty of shit for being such a young mom. Sure, she wasn't a teen mom, it was the mid-90s, but, that wasn't as common then. But she was very young by comparison, and the odds were kind of stacked against her, and my friends would always ask questions about her, and I got defensive. But she was always an amazing parent, and I loved that she was put in this weird situation of, I don't know if I'm ready to have a kid, but I'm having a kid and I'm not supposed to be able to have a kid. It's those crazy moral decisions that make me change my opinion of people. And I don't know, she's fucking awesome. Alright, so I've been saving 2 questions till the end, and the other question was, what is your PC and recording setup, including programs that you use to film? So what you guys are looking at right now is what I typed up, and it may not be super easy to read. Feel free to pause and, look at the screen, super hardcore, put it in full screen and look. But as far as programs that I use, my primary recording is the GeForce Experience program. My secondary is Bandicam, which I'm using right now, as you can see. And as far as fixing my syncing issues, I use a program called Handbrake. I have an audio filter called Voicemeter. In fact, I'll show you guys that real quick. Let me just drag it on over. I use this thing. This is, my microphone and whatever. And this is currently running. You're seeing this live. This is my voice. Well, it's not live, but, it's live to when I'm recording. But this runs in the background. It helps my mic sound better. It tunes out the fan, my ceiling fan, so that I can still have airflow without dying in here. But also, so I'm not blasting you guys with all kinds of unnecessary sound. I'm just moving my mouse. I do this when I record, and you guys just don't see. I do this all over my scripts. It's kind of hilarious to me. But that is the program that I use to, on the spot, fix my mic so that it sounds better. We'll just, move that over to my other monitor and minimize it. Editing, I use Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2015. My gaming platforms are Steam and Blizzard, and my primary source of communication is Skype because I don't like Discord. I have a Discord, and I hate Discord, and Discord, if you're watching this, which I really hope you're not because that'd be kind of weird, I don't like your stuff. I really don't. It's not gamer friendly, believe it or not. It's not. So, onto my computer. We're gonna start a new clip, so you guys are gonna see this change. Ready? Looky, it changed! Okay. I just do that so I don't completely screw over my clips. My mouse is an LG G300S ambidextrous programmable gaming mouse. I actually have the Logitech thing. Here it is! Hi, Logitech! And it's currently set for my Overwatch thingy, but if I hit this button, you can see all the different stuff. I was kind of tinkering with one, and then I don't really know what this one's for, but this one's my primary. I can use this in almost any game, mostly because the walking straight and backward, whatever, and R for reload in most games is a thing. My mouse pad is a Glorious, that's the brand, extended gaming mouse mat, 36 by 11 inch. I will have the prices here in case you guys are curious. My monitors, I have 2 ViewSonic VA2431WM 24-inch monitors, 920 by 1080. They were handed down to me from somebody else's setup. My microphone, I'm gonna tap it. That is a Blue Yeti. I don't know how loud that was, but that peak went real far. And I hope I didn't deafen you. But that was also handed down from me, same person who gave me the monitors. My headset, oh, I love my headset so much, but the mic wasn't good enough. So I used the Yeti. I have a Sennheiser Game Zero headset, mine is white. I believe PewDiePie had the same headset not too long ago. Mine are a year and a half old, I believe. And they're troopers, I love them. They're so comfortable. If you have that kind of money to spend on a headset, like, they're super expensive. But if you have that kind of money to blow on a headset, I highly recommend them. They're so comfortable. I would have bought them 2 times over just based on that. My keyboard, I hate my keyboard, and I know you guys do too because we can all hear it. Let's just experience Katie's keyboard real quick. Yeah, that good stuff. I have one hand on the mouse, otherwise I would have typed something real. But, you know. I have a CyberPower PC, Scorpion K1 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard with contact blue switches. They are almost like regular blue switches, can't really tell the difference in my opinion. And programmable RGB LED lighting came with my machine. My lighting currently is every time I press a key, it has this teal color that shows up, and I like it a lot. But I'm hoping to eventually upgrade to the Razer or Nada Chroma with mecha membrane switches. I like the feeling of a key that responds, but coming off of a laptop, I don't press my keys very hard, and these are really challenging keys for me right now, because I don't press all the way down. I have bumpers, so the throw isn't as far, if you're familiar with all of these terms, otherwise you're like, you're talking about keyboards. But I'm not very good with this keyboard, and blue switches are not my thing. That's too much for me. I kind of needed browns, and browns weren't available at no cost. So I drooled over this keyboard, and I'm hoping to upgrade soon. Onto my actual machine. I have an Inwin 303 mid-tower high airflow gaming case with a tempered glass full-size window. My case is black. The lighting is this really pretty light blue color. And I have an orange light for my hard drive that I can see all the way across the room when I'm laying on my bed. Very annoying. My CPU is an Intel i5 6600K blah 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 blah. If you want to read it, read it. Yes, I have an i5, but I have an i5 that emulates more than an i5. It's a good one. My fans, these are currently turned off because they were really loud. They are basically just cute colored fans. They move some air. I don't need them. But I have an additional fan in the bottom that I can't really identify. It's similar to these, but it's quieter and it's currently turned on. It's very pretty. It's got some blue to it. My fan, this thingy is for my CPU. It's actually a CPU cooler. I have a liquid cooling thingy, and I'm the only one in my house who has it, so I feel kind of special. But yeah, I have a liquid cooler. I would highly recommend them. Every now and then, it sorry about that. It scares me. It cycles the water and terrifies the shit out of me, because it sounds like somebody's pouring water on my computer, and I'm like, sweet Jesus. But I've stopped freaking out about it. So there's that. I got rolling, and then I lost my train of thought. So here we are. Train of thought. My hard drive is a 1TB SATA 3. Here's all the info about it. I will eventually get a secondary drive to store my videos as like a backup. I needed water. This is what happens when I record for 5 minutes straight. Okay. Made myself cough. No! My memory is a total of 8 gigs. I have 2 4GB sticks. DDR4, 3000 megahertz, dual channel memory. That's the stuff if you want to look it up. Eventually I'll upgrade to 8 gig sticks for a total of 16. That way I can do streaming without having to worry. My motherboard is a Gigabyte G1 Sniper Z170 SLI ATX, and then there's a bunch of numbers that, you know, we don't really need to go over. It's a G1 Sniper Z170, that's like the important part. I have a 600 watt power supply, but it's super good. It's a really fucking delicious power supply. My video card, I have a GTX 1060, 6GB. Mine is not the overclockable version. Sadie has that. She has the same one but overclockable. Mine can do some overclocking, but I get like 6% less than she does. It's not a lot in the long run, and it's not totally worth it unless you're fucking up some video cards. But man, I also have a 1-year parts warranty. My computer was built, I want to say like November 20th last year, so, you know, fingers crossed, knock on wood, that December 1st something fucking doesn't break. I also have a 3-year service plan for tech support, and, you know, shit gets fucked up and it's not my fault, which inevitably it will be my fault. We've met me. My machine itself came with the keyboard, and it came with a different mouse. The mouse was very crappy and I didn't like it, but they were both free, so I couldn't complain. Grand total of just over $1,000. This is an amazing machine for $1,000, and I am very aware and I'm very grateful because this basically came out of my inheritance from when my great-grandfather passed. Now, this machine is amazing, and yes, I know there are things that I need. Like, I need another hard drive, I need more RAM, I've got some funky fan situation going on, but it's a great machine, and the only thing missing is a quieter keyboard so that you guys can tolerate it. And thank you again to my friend who gave me this headset, because it's been amazing. I started using this when I was just a little laptop on top of a dresser, and now it's my gaming headset. Like, it's fucking great. It's the best headset I think I will ever have. Thank you to the person who gave me the Yeti and these 2 monitors, because I don't know where I would be. We ordered my machine without monitors because they were giving me these, so they actually saved me a lot of money by doing that. And then I got the mouse shortly before the machine. I had the mouse when I had my laptop, and I had my desk then, so it was my headset, my old laptop, and this mouse. But that was a phenomenal purchase. I think we got it for $29. It was like a Logitech sale or something. And then I got the mat for Christmas, $24 gaming mat. Basically, why you want one that long is to set your keyboard on, and it helps negate any of that echoing. Now, my keyboard is incredibly loud and on an aluminum open frame, so it's just clickety-clackety all the day long. But I have an amazing setup, and I'm very grateful to the people who helped me create it, and I will continue to upgrade it, because I want this thing to be the only machine that I need, but I know one day I'll have to heavily replace it. But I'm pretty much set. This is my gaming setup, along with all of my amazing friends, because I don't think I would be where I am without my friends. So if you're my friends and you stuck to the end to watch this video, or my amazing boyfriend, hey! Thank you for supporting me, friends, family, boyfriend, all of you people, fans. I have 70 subscribers. I don't have fans yet. But, hey, no, I do have fans. I have 4 of them. Ha! Puns! I'll go home. Yeah. But that's gonna be it for this video. Like, comment, and share as you please. It's probably really, really long. I'm about to go find that out right now. But I'll see you in the next one. And maybe one of these upcoming Fridays you can look forward to a relationship-based Q&A, because I had a lot of those questions that I want to answer with the boyfriend. Ooh. Okay, bye.